Hello, Megan. You are correct. We're not very good at saying hi to each other, so I said hi just there. Did you like it? I'm not ever going to do the date thing because I couldn't even begin to tell you what day it is. I know that it's August, and I know that in part because I have a calendar now on my wall. It's the Dudes of Hooping calendar. I fixed it so that Baxter isn't naked. It's work all day for me, but instead of working, I'm making a video. Next week I won't have to make a video on work all day, and I'll actually be able to work all day. Socks! So I know I showed you that one pattern of socks that I was interested in doing, but then I just kept looking at that pattern that's on the cover of Knitty this month, and it seemed like it would look so pretty with the Noro, I had to try it. So I'm in the middle of making this sock, and if you don't want a whole pair like this, I'll rip it out and do the ones we talked about. But it just looks so fun! Video game! So you know how I told you that my reward to myself for editing Slorp and sending out query letters would be to buy myself The Sims Medieval? Well, I did that. And I did that. And it's pretty much consumed my entire weekend. My butt hurts from sitting in my computer chair all weekend. It's a pretty fun game. I put off buying it for a long time because I'm a big fan of the other Sims games, and if you've played the Sims games before, you know that they're generally like open world. You can piddle around, do whatever you want, have your characters interact with whoever you want. But on Sims Medieval, it's story and quest driven, and I wasn't really feeling that. Also, you don't get to build any of the buildings. They're all pre-built for you, and you have to play whichever character the quest asks you to play with. All of which kind of put me off the game. I'm not really into story-driven games. I like the open world feel of The Sims, which is why it's one of my favorite games. But it's surprisingly entertaining. Despite the fact that you always have to be on a quest, they're loose enough that you can still get that open world feel. Since there's a goal, they've taken out some of the micromanagement. For instance, the only things you need to worry about are if your Sims are hungry or sleepy. Other than that, they can do random things that make them more focused, which means there will be a higher chance of them successfully accomplishing tasks. But what I love the most about this game so far is the sense of humor. For example, as the monarch of your kingdom, you have the ability to send people to the pit, where they get consumed by a crazy pit monster. The way they pray is kind of ridiculous.
Clever.
Who prays like that? I've had fun with naming my Sims. For example, a female monarch is referred to in the game as Lady whatever her first name is. I didn't know that, so I named my first monarch Ladyface, so her name is Lady. But apparently the well-being in my kingdom is low enough that I'm probably gonna have to kill her if I want to raise it, which means that I have the opportunity to introduce the reign of Lady Gaga. I also made a wizard and named him Ridcully, and his fatal flaw is that he's cursed, which means that there's a pretty good chance things are gonna go bad for him, which is funny if you read Discworld. Then if you don't read Discworld, Ridcully is an inept wizard who things always kind of go bad for. I also like the fact that while you're on the quest, you get to pick which quest you're on. It's not just a linear progression. And depending on which quest you choose to do and how you choose to do them, you could either make your kingdom really awesome or make it really shitty. There are also achievements. I love achievements! I also love that there's a gathering crafting aspect to the game. So there's still a pretty open world feel about the game, but I appreciate that there are quests and specific responsibilities for the Sims to do because it gives you a chance to fully experience everything they put into the game and all the little nuances and jokes that they slip in. Overall, it's a really fun game. It caused me to waste an entire weekend, so if you, like me, are a fan of The Sims but were on the fence about Sims Medieval, it's only 20 bucks to download from GameStop, and it's a lot of fun. Now I've got to edit this and go back to working all day, so goodbye!